tree's life cycle. In this unit, students will create a kinetic work of art depicting the life cycle of a tree and write a companion description detailing the stages of a tree's life. Students will synthesize and relate knowledge and personal experiences to make art. Students will engage collaboratively in exploration and imaginative play with materials. Students will also describe how plant structures enable the plant to meet its basic needs. They'll describe the relationship between a series of historical events, scientific ideas or concepts, or steps in technical procedures in a text, using language that pertains to time, sequence, and cause and effect. Students will write informative, explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly.
For today's lesson, we are going to review the things that we've read. Remember, we read The Windy Tree, we talked about A Log's Life, and we read The Lorax. So what do all these things, what do they all have in common?
They all talk about trees and the life cycle of trees.
I wanted them to know the life cycle, be able to do it verbally as well as in a written format, and this allowed them to do that. What is the first part of the life cycle?
Well, you need fruits and to take out the seeds to plant them.
We always try to do skill building whenever we do an art project to take the intimidation of drawing out for the kids.
So we're gonna be doing a project about the life cycle of the tree. We are going to have to do some practice work before we get to our final project. So what is it you think we're gonna have to learn how to draw this week?
Work on the young and adult tree.
Young and adult tree. What else do you think we're gonna have to learn how to draw, right?
The roots.
The roots, absolutely.
I knew I had to teach them some basic drawing skills. We had to teach them a really simple landscape and introduce the idea of a horizon line because we had to have a tree grow from the ground up.
Okay, guys, are you ready to learn how to draw a seed? Here we go. Hold on, this one's hard. Here we go. Ta-da.
On our worksheet, we had 4 sections, and each little section had a little square on top of it where the kids could do the drawing of the tree. But then underneath it were some lines so they could write about each thing. And this became not only a sketch for them to use, but also a lead into the writing component on this piece.
In a life cycle of the tree, what's the next thing gonna be? All right, yeah, right there. What's the next thing gonna be?
Sprout.
The sprout, that's right. We're gonna put this in box number 2, and I'm gonna spell that over here. S-P-R-O-U-T. So let's say this is the ground part right here. That stem's gonna break through the ground and come up just like this. Maybe it'll be like a leaf on it, just like 1 or 2 leaves. I'm gonna put a little leaf.
You can't do this activity without constant assessing because you have to ask these questions. So how might that look, or what would that size be?
How tall would you think a young tree is? Okay, everybody stand up. I think a young tree would be about the size you are now. It would be about this big, so your young tree size. So take this arm, do this, and take this arm and do this, and look, you're a young tree.
We did a writing worksheet that they had to tell me what was happening in each stage. I have this writing template for you to use. It says first, next, then, and last. You can use these along with your drawings so that you know exactly what you want to write on your finished product. For a lot of them, writing is such a struggle. So to start with just a small piece and using transition words, it was just enough writing for them to be able to express what was happening, and I could definitely tell that they understood the process.
What we did finally was we drew. We took the 2 cups and we put a landscape on one of them, and then we put another cup on top of that, and we did the 4 life cycles of the tree. So it would start off with a seed, and then we twist the cup and it would become a sprout, and twist it again and it was a young tree, and then a mature tree was the 4th one. So you actually were able to make a kinetic piece of art. It had a design element to it, and it really integrated the process of life cycle of the tree, which is what our ultimate goal was. By the time they were done with this project, they knew the life cycle of the tree.
When we got to the final step, I noticed they wanted everything to be perfect, and the writing, they checked to make sure they spelled things. Was there punctuation in the right spot? So that was definitely an added bonus for them to be that thrilled about their finished product.
So guys, what I'm gonna need from you now is to take this information that you put onto this, and you're gonna write it on our little round pieces here.
And then when the cups turned, each process stayed along with where it should be. We had a project that was pretty alive, actually, that was really interactive, that they could actually demonstrate the growth.
They didn't see it until they drew it and put the cup in it to actually see how the project was gonna move.
There were a lot of aha moments when they figured out how the cups actually worked. I watched their faces go, oh, okay.
Kind of did like this lesson because I didn't know much about like trees, so this lesson kind of helped me out to know more about the life cycle of plants and trees.
So that's the seed, and then we made it for the sprout, and then the young tree, and the adult tree.
It was a crazy project, but we had so much fun with it. But it really taught what we wanted to teach, and a lot of drawing and a lot of writing.
Right, and a lot of discussion about trees and what happens, and just a process, like sequential order throughout the whole activity.